Okay, so what you just heard is a Ghanaian singer, rapper, tried to make dance music. So here's what happened. He grew up in Ghana, then he moved to Germany.
Oh,
So he learned to speak German, sought better opportunity, and is listening to all the electronic music
it's like the
that was
80s.
around. I think this is maybe late 80s.
Right.
Then he goes to Canada.
Oh,
He learned to speak English and German, and then he went to Canada.
he was
So
in Toronto. Oh,
that's a great question.
okay.
It's a shame my research didn't extend that far, Jay.
Alright, that's fine.
So he's in Canada, and they have a similar sort of electronic music, trance, dance, whatever. But so there's electronic element of repetition,
There's a similar scene.
and the hip hop
Right.
sort of dance element in his music. But what the really endearing thing is that he was looking around for people to make music with, and he couldn't find it. So he goes, nah, I just gonna do this myself. So he makes his own home recording studio, very budget, gets his own instruments and records everything, and then goes, all right, this sounds like a fly beat, let me rap over it. And everything is done between him and his wife. So the girl singing is his wife,
Wow.
and he's just rapping nonsense because his argument is, I was just feeling the beat, so
Right.
I'm just gonna Scooby Dooby over this.
He's scatting it.
Yeah.
He's-
And in some sort of Ghanaian dialect.
So kind of like Valenska with Cigarosa.
Yeah, he makes
Yeah.
up his own his words, and so he released this in 1992 in his home studio. He made a cassette, and he sent one to his brother in Ghana. And his brother in Ghana was like, all right, I'll try to push it. So meanwhile, he's in Canada, and the song starts to pick up traction in Ghana, and it gets pretty popular. Not this song. I just wanted to give you an example of him rapping, but
Right.
there was his most popular song. And that becomes very big, and it's like in the club scene and on the radio. He doesn't know because he's in Canada. A couple of years later, maybe 10, 15 years later, he goes back to Ghana. The song dies down. Then there's this guy in New York, I think, who finds his cassette. And he's going through it and he's like, whoa, this is crazy. Unknown, doesn't know how to contact Atakak, doesn't know where it's coming from, but he puts it on his music blog and people are loving it. And then it becomes like an underground hit
What?
in New York. So all these DJs and stuff are playing it, all these like Afrobeat nights are playing this man's song, which was once a hit in Ghana in 1992. Atakak still didn't know that. So now he's in Ghana and he doesn't know that his song is becoming an underground hit in New York. So much so to the point that there's 25 years that go past where Atakak doesn't even know that he's famous. Not in Ghana and not in New York. And then the thing that I'd watched was with Red Bull, and I think partnership with Vice. They go and try to find him and locate him, and they find his like grandson or something living in Canada who says, yeah, my uncle was Atakak, like let me link you. And then he
Yeah.
goes, and then you hear the whole story about how he didn't even know that he was popular, and
Wow.
he was just scatting, just doing his own thing, totally home produced, doesn't really know much about music composition, and it's just him and his wife making this. That what you just heard. What a
Wait,
story.
What a story is.
But now he's become kind of a legend that he was playing Reading Festival, Glastonbury Festival, and hitting up the circuits
Oh, that-
as himself. But this is like a whole 25 years. And he's just the happiest, full of energy, like bright old man. He's amazing. When you see
That's-
this man perform, he's
That's a
ridiculous.
story. That reminds me of this documentary called Looking for Sugar Man.
Yeah.
It's very similar. So it's about this folk singer from Detroit called Rodriguez, and released some albums in the States. Doesn't really pick up any traction. He's Mexican, and then in like the 70s in 70s and 80s in South Africa, it picked up real traction.
Yeah, just this random man.
Yeah.
Mexican man from
And it's
Detroit.
like he's a hero to them, and people think he committed suicide on stage, and like this whole like folklore surrounding this man. And then like in the 90s he went and toured like this huge stadium. Like this guy was a working class guy, like construction, living a very modest life.
Yeah.
And then he goes to South Africa and he's like
He's like a
huge
hero.
shit. Yeah, and documentary goes through that. A really incredible story. Yeah, similar.
Those stories never come around.
Yeah.
That's very, very rare. And well, I found this because I was watching this thing on the internet, and one thing led to another. And I ended up watching a documentary. So if you haven't seen it, search for the Cat documentary from Red Bull. It will put a smile on your face.
We'll link it on the YouTube description for this part.
But yeah, I kind of felt like that needs an introduction or some information, because when you hear it, you're just like, Scooby Dooby Doo, like whatever.
Yeah, but I think
appreciate it, you know. So
I think he could still appreciate it after the fact. Like I appreciate it even more.
Yeah. And yeah, maybe he'll put out new music. We don't know, but he just wants to be in this legendary realm of.
He just made music. That's so cool. He's just I just want to make music, and then didn't really matter if it got pushed or not, right? It was just like.
He's like, I'm just doing it. So absolutely, fully love our music. Really inspirational us. So Greg's, what does the tree of vibes have? What did you pick off of that tree?
So the tree that Micah's talking about is the tree of Bandcamp. Yeah. So this week I found this artist called Shanna Cleveland.
Yep.
She was in a bunch of other bands before, but I found this record.
Okay.
And the song came out 3 days ago.
That's very fresh.
And I found it today.
Out to the oven.
Very fresh.
Ding.
Cool album art. So,
serve it up.
Yeah.
Heat.
So this
plate.
is all of that.
Dig in.
Dig it. Crib it. I don't know.
Oh, crib it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Here we said we weren't going to go on a tangent.
You started it.
I know, Jed. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Alright, so this is Shanna.
Okay.
Shanna Cleveland with her song Don't let me sleep.